off me! Stay away! Demon, be gone! I made this spray, and it's a super secret concoction. It smells really good, actually. So today we're going to be doing a demon be gone ritual, along with some tarot. So I made this spray kind of as a continuation of two other readings that we have done. We did the who or what is hooked into my aura reading. We also did the this has gone on long enough cord cutting ritual with Hecate. So this is dovetailing off of both of those, because when we are getting rid of unwanted energies, there's a process to it, usually. Usually they're not just going to let you off that easy, right? So first we see who's there, which the who or what is hooked into my aura reading if you haven't watched it yet. Then once we know, we cut the cord. But usually once we cut the cord, these energies come back around because they're desperate. They're hungry. For most of these energies, they have been hooked into you for some time. Whether these are family members, people that we have dated or are currently dating, unfortunately, friends. Sometimes these people don't even know that they're energy vampires. Sometimes they have no idea. But that's not really for us to grapple with. The morality of, well, they don't know, they don't understand, because as empaths, we get caught up with all of that. We start to feel bad for people. We start to make excuses for people. We start to enable people, whether it be enabling their drug habit, whether it be enabling them through some sort of codependent behavior or pattern. Whatever it may be, we could get caught in the runaround with these energies for the next 30 years. Even if people don't know or understand what they're doing, that's not really for us to worry about. That's what I want to make clear and very clear at the start of this. So, what happens? We figure out who these people are. We cut the cords with them. They are going to try you. They're going to come back around. And when they do, what do? We banish them. So today we are doing a banishing ritual. Then we're going to get some cards, and there she is in all her glory at the bottom of the deck. So I've written this little banishing spell that I will put up here for you to read along with me as well. So you can just take this reading like vicariously through me, because I'm sure you don't have your Demon Be Gone spray. But if you do, spray it, right? Now would be the time for sage, any sort of smoke cleansing as well. Whatever you have on hand, but if you don't have anything, you can just live vicariously through me, and I'll do the spraying for you. All right. Demon be gone. Let's say this together. Get off me. Stay away. I draw a circle. You must obey. You cannot touch me. You must obey. Demon be gone. Stay away. Now, once you have established that perimeter around you, that circle, and really you can go big with it, you know. It doesn't have to just be around the general vicinity. We can take this around the whole room. Let's try this out here. Set that down. Sorry, guys. It's not as easy as it looks, trust me. Alright, thank you, cards. Why is this so slippery? These things, they get slippery with you. So let's pretend we're making this entire room where they cannot enter. Say I don't want any demons in my tarot room. That would be a good thing to do, right? Which is what I do. So let's draw the circle all the way around. I am filming this on Halloween, by the way. So, all right, now that we've done that, once you draw this circle, according to universal law, they cannot penetrate that energetically. Now, if they do, that's up to them, and they can deal with the higher ups on that. That's not your business. Okay. Now let's get into some tarot. You can watch this beginning ritual as many times as you need to, because they will come back. It's kind of like, imagine it like this. And I'm not trying to be discouraging, I'm just saying this is the name of the game with these sorts of energies. Imagine you take out a restraining order in the 3D. Now, sometimes there will be certain people that, if they're really going for it with you, they will stand like way across the street, far away, and just make their presence known. I'm far enough away from you according to the restraining order, according to these rules and these laws. I'm keeping the law technically. Some people get real weird with this stuff. Kind of depends. But let's just keep it simple today. We drew our circle. They must obey. And that's up to them if they want to get involved with the spiritual courts on that. Because once you have stated your claim, once you have set your perimeters, and you have set your boundaries, if they decide to step over those and continue to harass you, that will be between them and the law. Right? Let's get 3 cards. You gotta believe that you have the power to set your own rules, to set your own boundaries, whether that be in the physical plane with other people, where you say, hey, I can't go out tonight. Well, why? I'm tired. It's okay just to be like, I'm tired, I don't want to. You don't have to come up with some huge long excuse. Oh, my grandma got sick and I have to visit her in the hospital. Why? Why do all that? Well, my friends are going to be mad at me. Well, maybe they're not good friends then. Because if you're tired and the lights are flickering, yep, the guides are in agreement, thank you. What kind of friends are they? They should be like, oh, wow, you've been really busy at work lately. Like, they should be concerned when you say that. They shouldn't be pressing harder and more and overstepping your boundaries and trying to convince you and trying to... Nope. And if that's the case, time to get new friends. Another 3. 3 of Wands now. There's plenty of fish in the sea. There's plenty of friends, there's plenty of people you can date, there's, our chosen family. You don't have to, if you have a family that's hard, that's challenging, that you've tried everything, and they just will not allow for your boundaries. 1, 2, and 3. Well, you can find your soul family. It's all how you look at it. With the Hanged Man, the 6 of Cups, the 10 of Swords, if people just continue to betray you again and again and again, it's up to us to take it upon ourselves to be the bigger person and the ruler of our own lives, right? Interesting that we have the King of Swords with the Ace of Swords right here. This is like legal right here. And when I see the King of Swords in a context like this, I usually see it as Archangel. Because in the state of the, like the context we're speaking in, this can be like Archangel presence. I'm hearing Archangel Raphael specifically, and Archangel Raphael is an angel of healing, and we do have the Four of Swords. So he's present today. Thank you for being here. Just opened up to the Hermit here. Yeah, pull back your energy. Pull back your energy in the 3D world first, right? Like if you're dealing with energies that make you uncomfortable, that overstep boundaries, that don't let you have your own autonomy and don't allow you to say no and continue to harass you, then set the boundary. If you feel like then they're taking it to the energetic and they continue and continue and continue, well, that's what today's reading is for, right? Gonna have to get witchy with it, right? All right, card number 1 is the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, you're going to have to take stock of what you already have. And in a lot of cases, you're going to have to change direction and go somewhere else. For some of you, you might literally have to move. And now that's not for me to say, right? I'm not telling you you have to move. But if you have tried everything with, like, say you're living with roommates, right? And they like take this for example. I'm very thankful here that in this house I have a door over here. I have my whole office here, my tarot room. I have all my tarot decks over there, my instruments. I love having this room. But say I was living in like a frat house and I had no privacy and everybody was yelling and I was like, guys, I've got to film today. Please. Just for like 2 hours, can you just keep it a little bit more quiet? But they continue to not, basically. And they disrespect me again and again and again. And if I've tried everything and I've tried so many different ways, I've tried being nice, I've tried being rude, I've tried waiting until everybody is having a day where they have a hangover so they don't feel like being loud, and then they're still loud. If you've tried everything, that's just an example, guys. It could be anything. Yeah, my throat closed off on that. I feel like some of you have been trying to set boundaries with certain people. If people continue, sometimes we have to be the ones to leave with the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is a card of looking at what you already have and making a decision. Do I stay or do I go, essentially? Like, is he going to keep doing what he's doing here? Is this good enough for him? Is it good enough for him where he feels disrespected? Where he feels like people don't care about his boundaries? That he feels like he can't get his work done. And that's just an example, guys, that I'm saying about filming the videos. I just mean, if I was dealing with that, I would literally have to move, right? Because this is what I do. Like, this is my job. I can't, if people are not respecting that, what am I supposed to do? If I've tried everything, only thing to do is to pack up my pentacles and hit the road, right? And take that as it resonates. Maybe for you, it's that you have to leave a job or leave a relationship. Well, I love this person. I've built all this with this person. That's called sunk cost fallacy. In short, what that's implying is, but I've spent 7 years with somebody. I'm just going to throw all that away. People throw away 25-year marriages by cheating on their spouse. You know what I'm saying? If you're leaving a person that's disrespecting you, you're actually doing the noble thing for yourself, right? You're doing the healthy thing. If you've tried everything and you're not being respected, you're not being heard, I'm seeing an example of you explaining this to someone and they're completely ignoring you. I'm seeing somebody sitting in a chair and the energy feels like they're annoyed. They're annoyed with you. They feel like you're nagging them. Now, if you're with somebody that feels like you're nagging them because you have boundaries and standards and you have wants and needs, that's not your person. Well, maybe it is. Who am I to say? But if you want to be healthy, if you want to have a secure attachment style and not be a fearful avoidant like me, well, I've become way more secure in the past 7 years. Right? If you want to have a secure attachment style and you want to live a healthy life and you want to be happy, how are you going to do that in a relationship with a person? And this could even be a friendship. This could be a family member. Put it where it needs to be put. How are you going to maintain your newfound healing and spiritual enlightenment with people that scoff at that? That phrase, you can't heal in the same place that you were damaged, essentially. It's something different than that. Leave it down below what the actual phrase is, but it's something like that, where it's like, you can't heal in the same environment that you built this in, essentially. Sunk cost fallacy is feeling like, I put so much investment into this, I'm just going to throw it all away? It's not throwing anything away. It's actually taking your power back. In fact, they have some of your pentacles. They've taken your pride. They've hit you when you were down multiple times. This person might have cheated on you, who I'm talking about here. I'm seeing somebody nod their head, going like this. That's disrespectful. I'm seeing the Emperor here. It's like, we need to be, whatever gender you are, male, female, non-binary, however you identify, we need to be these emperors where we take the reins, we take the control of our own lives, we stop blaming other people, we stop staying in bad situations that are not feeding our next 10, 15, 25 years. We got to start thinking longer term. And not just living paycheck to paycheck or living in survival mode because that's all we've known. We're better than that. We're worth more than that. We deserve happiness. And if we can't have happiness with another person, we at least deserve happiness with ourselves. You can be a hanged man. And you can just have all the enlightenment and happiness. This reminds me of Buddha under the tree. Now this is Odin. He received the runes in this state. It's kind of like when Moses went up to the mountain and received the 10 Commandments. Same sort of a vibe. Odin received the runes. I'd actually love to get into some runes on this channel. Even if you feel like everybody else around you, Six of Cups, people from your past, people you've known your whole life, people that you feel like they're soulmates, but they keep betraying you, soulmate or not, man, they're treating you like crap. They're hurting you. They're stabbing you in the back. They're betraying you. And the angels are just up here like, hey. This is actually reminding me, because this is a church, this reminds me of the Sistine Chapel with all the angels painted on the ceiling. It's like they're just looking down at us, just waiting for us to see the truth. That this is not good enough. What is all this? What is this? What do you mean they've betrayed you to that amount? I'm hearing that Olivia Rodrigo song. I think it's called Traitor. And I think the lyrics are like, you betrayed me. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Somebody leave the lyrics down below. I think the song is called Traitor. Yeah, somebody was a traitor. And then they have the audacity to cycle back around after you've cut cords with them and be like, hey, I kind of just want to come F up your life again. with the Seven of Cups. I kind of just feel like effing up your life again. I don't know. Just kind of feels like that's something that I'm used to doing. And so I'm in this cycle. I'm in this destructive cycle, and I'm just going to keep exhibiting my, what is it called? Incompetence. Willful incompetence, is that what it's called? Where it's like somebody... It's like somebody's trying to like tie their shoe and they're pretending they can't tie it so that you come over and tie their shoe for them. Willful, I don't know if it's willful incompetence. Somebody let me know down below. Regardless, the concept is they're acting like they don't know how to do something. They're like, I can't live without you. I can't live life without you. Well, do you wear your diamond Rolex watch into the seedy part of town and flash your Gucci shirt and shit just out in the, it's like you're literally like pointing at me. You're pointing at yourself. Hi, come steal this from me. Hi, come just destroy my whole life, basically. It's like they're throwing you around like they're throwing their dick around. And this could be a woman I'm talking about. They don't have to have a dick. Anyways. All right. Bring it back down. Heart rate's getting high. A lot of Leo in this chart. Okay. Mercury and Leo here. No, but seriously, it's like the angels are waiting for you to see the truth about your value. You have value. And even if you have to be alone, at least you'll be happy with the Nine of Cups. I'm not saying you're going to be alone. I'm saying maybe for a little bit of time. And, this is the crazy thing. And, I'm just going to say it because I've been in situations like this since I was a child. I used to go into my bedroom when I was a kid. I would close the door and I'd put my back to the door and I would just stand there and just be like, oh, thank God I have a second to myself. I'm talking like 8 years old. And I just breathe. Fight or flight sort of vibes, right? Let's bring out the clown nose. Let's bring out TW, the trigger warning clown. Let's give it honk honk. Let's give him a round of applause, everybody. TW, the trigger warning clown. Yeah, even when I was a kid, it's like I used to find ways to have a feeling of like I'm safe, I'm okay, right? So if you're in a situation like that where you can't move out, where you can't go anywhere for whatever reason, we all have our reasons, whether it's money, whether it's like you have to plan it better because you're, maybe you are dealing with a narcissist or somebody who's ABUSIVE. Let's spell it with the class, everybody. Because YouTube makes me spell, right? Well, I'm going to do a spell on you. I put a spell on you. Remember that guy? Yeah. All right. If you can't leave, what I was going to say is there are ways, and I'm an expert at this. Like I said, I've been doing this for years. You know what I mean? So if you feel like you can't leave for whatever reason, you can literally set up shop in another part of the house. You can go on walks. You can sit in your car. You can say to whoever this weird person is, and this could be a woman, it doesn't matter the gender. You could be like, hey, I'm going to go to the store. And then take an hour longer so that you can get a break from this person. Like, there are ways to find peace in situations where it feels like you can't find peace, essentially. Like, sometimes these are a few point process where we can't just get out right away. In other words, when I said get out, that made me think of the movie Get Out. I don't know who that's for there. All right. But Seven of Pentacles, you have all of this. This is yours. This is your investment. See, sometimes we think, oh, I put so much into this friendship or this partnership or this relationship or all these years or at this job and I did this. And it's like, yes, you did that. Usually when we are feeling like we have to leave a situation, it's because we feel like we're not getting a return in our investment. And I'm making it super like, where's my King of Pentacles? I'm making it like earth sign, by the book, no emotions at all involved. I'm saying, you did all this. You offered all this. What are they offering you? Confusion, willful incompetence, like pretending like they can't offer you anything essentially for all these different reasons, and then they manipulate you, especially with the King of Swords in the reverse and the Seven of Cups. I would see as manipulation, gaslighting, convincing you that you're always the wrong one, and then by the time the argument's over, you're like, wait, maybe they were right. Maybe I am a shitty, terrible person like they said I am. No, they're just a liar. They're just a liar. And even if this might be controversial, even if you are kind of a bad person watching right now, even you deserve to have a better situation, because maybe you wouldn't be such a bad person if you weren't around. Of course. All right, I'm back, guys. Because I was saying the bit that really mattered, I feel, to someone here. Because and I'm not talking about empaths that feel bad about themselves and are like, maybe I am a shitty person. I'm talking about like, you know that you've actually been abusive in past relationships. I'm saying even people like this, if this is you, even you deserve to have happiness. Because this is the crazy thing. Hurt people hurt people. A lot of people who grew up in abuse just repeat those patterns and repeat those cycles. That's why I was saying it. Like, people just come back around. Oh, I kind of feel just like betraying my ex again. Making them believe that I've changed and that I love them and that I'm a changed person. And now I'm coming back around, you know, because the person that I was with, that I cheated with them on, cheated on me with another person. So now I'm coming back around to my original person. And it's like a cycle. It's like you almost, I'm going to say that, you almost can't blame them, right? And that's what comes back around to this. It's up to us. I could be on any side of the debate. Somebody who understands, it's like the justice card. If you really understand humanity, psychology, sociology, then you truly, out of the pureness of your heart, are able to debate either side. Because we're all humans at the end of the day, right? So that's why it always comes back to us. It's up to us if we want to stay in situations that are bad for us. Because for another person, maybe it's not a 10 of Swords. You know, in another person's situation, maybe, you know, you just needed a break from this person. We were on a break. Maybe it was one of those situations where it's like a Ross Rachel thing, where it's like you needed a break from this person, somebody else. I'm not saying you necessarily. I'm saying maybe you actually could come around with this ex and make it work. Who am I to say? Right? So, my point is, it's not about arguing who's the demon. It's about this person is a demon to you. Maybe to somebody else, they're a perfect match, right? It's all about perspective. And we gotta have one, because we live in a world full of confusion. Everybody has an opinion. Everybody has, you know, their PhD in psychology. You know what I'm saying? It's like everybody's a narcissist. Everybody's a this. Everybody's a that. Half the people that argue that their ex is a narcissist are a narcissist themselves. So this video really is for everybody. If something isn't working, change directions, recalibrate, leave, It's your truth. It's not anybody else's. And if somebody else judges you for that, for making a decision, well, why did you move away from that person? Why did you this? Why did you that? Your ex comes back around. Why did you block me? I'm so heartbroken. I thought we were soulmates. Well, then why'd you treat that person like shit then, man? Well, because of this and that and my childhood wounds and I have trauma and you said that you were welcoming and inviting on your channel and that's what I'm trying to say. It really gets complicated, especially with stuff with relationships. So that's why it always comes back around to you. You can't make anybody be with you. You can't make anybody stay. You can't make anybody go. Right? It's about what you feel, and nobody can tell you what your truth is. That's up to you to know. Right? And that is a very hard lesson. I have a Cancer South node. One of the biggest lessons of my life is, some of the decisions I've had to make about my family going no contact and stuff like that. It's like, that is like a Cancer's worst nightmare. Like, there couldn't be anything that was more inconceivable to me. What reading was it that the Princess Bride came through in? It's interesting. Inconceivable! That came through again. If anybody remembers, let me know, because there was definitely a reading that I did. It might have been the 20-year read. I'm not sure. It was one of those. Or it was the one with the 10 of Swords, maybe, with the betrayal. I'm not sure. It was one of the last 10 episodes, I would say. Anyways, I don't know why that's relevant, but let's move forward. Let's just take a brief pause from card to card, man. Let's get a little amethyst. Let's take a couple breaths. I get real spicy with it myself, so it's because I care and I love you guys. And I don't want you to be stuck in situations where you feel like you're trapped. And that's why I say, even if you don't have the money to move, or you're stuck in a contract with a person, or whatever the case may be, why you can't just leave and have a better life. We have lots of reasons for why we can't, right? Do what you can with where you're at currently to find a place of peace for yourself, right? All right, card number 2 is the Tower. It's kind of just well, yeah. If you decide to change directions, or even if changing directions for you, it could be maybe you just turn down the dial by 20%. Maybe you always text this person. You're always on top of this person. Hey, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Are you cheating on me with Cynthia again? It's maybe if you turn down the dial 20%, this person's going to be hey, why aren't you texting me about cheating on you today? So that might even cause a tower in somebody. And then you can see what happens. You can see that people begin to show their true colors. Even if you just pull back just a little bit, you'll see. It's raw! It's what? So me not texting you, worried that you're cheating on me today, causes a tower for you? I would have itched my head, but I don't want to mess up my hair. It's we can start to see the truth by doing these little tests. I'm not saying we should test people and all that. I'm just saying tests for ourselves so that we can make an informed decision. The 7 of Pentacles is also about taking stock. What do we have here? What's going on here? If they won't give you an answer and they just continue to gaslight you out of your own reality, where's my 7 of Cups? And they just continue, every time you bring something up, well, I just have a feeling that you're cheating on me. I keep having dreams that you're cheating on me. And of course, guys, we can have, I've studied things before, like ROCD, which is like romantic or relationship OCD, which, you can look into it. I've also looked into pure O, which is a form of OCD that's purely mental. There's no tapping, there's nothing like that. I've wondered if I had that, to be honest with you guys. But anyways, my point is that even if you're totally wrong and it is all just in your head and they're not actually cheating on you, ask yourself this question: why am I so freaked out about that? Maybe I'm secretly the one that doesn't want this relationship in my subconscious. Well, no, that would never be true. I'm obsessed with this person. They're all I want. They're all I have. Are you obsessed with this person, or are you obsessed with the idea of this person? Are you obsessed with this person, or are you terrified of something playing out that reminds you of being abandoned in your childhood? Are you really obsessed with this person or in love with this person, or are you obsessed with this person? Are you obsessed with this person because your identity is tied up in this person? Your ego is tied up in this person. You've put 7 somethings into this person, and you'll do anything to make it work. I have a deck. I'm not going to go get it, but there's a card, the Tower card. I think it's called the Tarot of Mystical Moments. And there's a woman with her arms wrapped around the tower, and she's holding onto the tower for dear life. That's what I'm seeing on this. For some of us, we are the ones holding the tower together because we don't want something to fall apart. And so we wait for the inevitable to happen. We wait for this asshole to cheat. Male, female, non-binary, whoever this person is. Right? We wait for the inevitable to happen. And I'm not trying to only be like negative in these readings, guys. I'm trying to help us get out of these negative cycles so that we can have a better life. So we can see clearly. So that we can be happier. So that we can even know what we want. We can even see the damn horizon. It's covered in smog. There's this Georgia O'Keeffe painting. I think it's of New York City when she lived there with her. I mean, the guy that she was married to. What was his name? Somebody let me know down below. It's right on the tip of my tongue. But anyways, that guy cheated on his wife with her, right? Then many, many years into the marriage, he cheated on her with some other young thing. Cycles. Right? You would think that was like the romance of a lifetime. The two of them were like, they were looked at as like geniuses together. It's like if there was any couple any wacky kind of Aquarian couple, I'll put a picture up here of them. I love the story of them, to be honest with you. But he was kind of paranoid. He was a hypochondriac. He would like make her lay in bed and stuff for days. And he was very controlling, but then he ended up cheating on her years later. It broke her heart so bad that she ended up going to the Hong Kong trigger warning mental hospital. She had a breakdown. And that's Georgia O'Keeffe, guys. Right? She's like one of the most famous painters of all time. So it's like, it doesn't matter who you are or what you have, or this sort of stuff ruins a person. It destroys somebody. They destroy. Relationships can destroy. And some people are just so blind to their own cycles repeating, and we can't change people, and we keep trying, and they're so blind to it that they just go around destroying everything that comes in their path. And then we're like, yeah, but we love them, and they're the love of my life and stuff. Would the love of your life do this? That's a very challenging question. And it shouldn't be, but it is. Would the love of your life do this? Would they destroy everything that you built together for what? Some new young thing on the market? It's like, say you stay with this person, and this is just an example, guys. It's just an energy that I'm working with here. Say you don't want to leave somebody because you put 7 years into it, or you see a future together. It's like, say it does work out and you do stay with this person and you do marry this person. What if 20 years down the line, they just end up cheating on you anyway? And then you feel like you wasted 20 years. You feel like you wasted 27 years. And then it's really going to be a tower. And for some, it might be tower after tower after tower throughout the relationship, to the point where it fractures you so bad that you get effed up. And you start popping pills. And then you don't have a future. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just trying to be a realist. I'm just saying this stuff has repercussions. It has consequences. And it's up to us if we want to continue to perpetuate the cycle, because we can't change people. Yeah, but if he would just, or if she would just, or if they would just, they're not gonna. Because if they're not doing it for themselves, they're definitely not going to do it for another person. See what I mean? All right, let's move forward. I know this is a hard one, guys. But it's like sometimes we call these people demons when really we wouldn't even have to deal with this crap if we would just change directions and move on. Take our pentacles and go. Maybe it is a tower moment. Maybe the whole thing does need to come crumbling down. Right? Maybe you do need to quit that job. Maybe you do need to move across the country. Maybe you do need to get a divorce. Maybe you do need to break up with that person. Or maybe they're gonna break up with you, and then you thought about all of this before it happened, so that when it does happen, you're like, wow, thank God I already thought about my future. Thank God I already realized what my truth was in case something crazy like this happens. So at least if you're not going to leave a person, or you're not going to change directions, at least just think about it. Think about, if some crazy crap hits the fan, what would I do? Could I stay at my sister's place? Could I afford a studio apartment? How's my credit looking? Should I start working on my credit? Should I get a different job? You know, all these sorts of things. What makes me happy even? What will cause me to be happy? Do I need to kick some sort of an addiction so that I'm healthy and so that I'm clear-minded, so that I can think about myself and my own future, even if I do stay with this person and they do change and all the wonderful things happen that I want to happen? I'm still the one who has to take care of myself. I'm still the one who has to think about my own life and take actions in my own life, right? Hard stuff, I know, guys, but we gotta think. We gotta do it. We gotta calculate. We've gotta be smart. Because there's always going to be towers. Even if this is not a direct relationship for you, this could just be in the freaking world. Even if you have a wonderful relationship. Or, because I got a comment from a lady the other day who's like, yeah, I'm not interested in love. Like, even if this isn't love for you, like it's not a relationship, or it's not even any sort of relationship, this could just be in the freaking world, dude. We got to make sure we have our minds like activated. I just watched this like 45-minute interview last night of Mark Zuckerberg with what is that woman's name? Cleo something. Very interesting. Where Mark Zuckerberg was basically talking about the AR glasses. Things are changing in the world. And even if this is not a bad tower, it's just change, right? It's innovations, it's new ways of thinking, it's new ways of being. And it's kind of like back in the day when people were too scared to use ATMs, and now it's like nothing, right? Like, we're just in a time of towers, of change, of upheavals, just in the energy, I'm saying. Even if it's a bright sunny day and everybody's happy and having a great time, the energy it's rumbling, it's moving under our feet. It's almost like as we walk, the sidewalk is like warbly, like we're on shrooms or something in the energy. So even if you have a wonderful life and everything's going great, which I do hope for everybody, including myself, and we can get there even if we're not. But say you are right now and we live in a perfect world, this can just be taking stock of your own thoughts, right? What you believe in, what even makes you feel happy, right? Because you never know what's going to happen. And I'm not trying to be a, what's it called? Catastrophist? What is it called? I'm just saying, guys. Yeah. With the Hermit, I opened up to the Hermit again. It's just, we need to have a wisdom about ourselves and know our own truth just because, right? Because. Because you never know what's going to happen. And I don't mean that you should live your life in a state of fight or flight, in a state of fear, like you never know what's around the corner, but you don't. You can be alive one day and dead the next, right? And I'm not going around thinking these negative thoughts. I'm just saying these are the sorts of thoughts that I think to come to the conclusions that I do, so that when things do hit the fan, because that's just life and shit just happens, I'm good. Like, I'm solid. I'm just sitting there like this. I've had the most crazy stuff happen to me, and I'll just sit there stoically. Not because I have no emotions, but because I've kind of already thought about all this stuff beforehand. It makes you feel more confident in yourself to know your truth and what you believe, so that even if the unthinkable does happen, you have like 5 backup plans. You have like $3,000 saved over here, $2,000 over here. You can sell your guitar if you have to, and sell your car and use the bus system instead. You know, I got a lot of Earth in my chart. I got Taurus, I got Capricorn, I got Virgo. And so I'm the sort of person that has like 7 backup plans. I'm not saying you have to go that crazy with it, but at least just think about it. The Ace of Swords is a card of thinking, knowing, having wisdom, making yourself, wise on even spiritual beliefs with the hanged man. Like looking at your own life from another perspective. Like step outside of yourself, and look at yourself from the outside in. Take the emotion out of it. And just look at your life, look at yourself, look at your eating habits, look at your, daily routines, look at your job, look at the friends you have. Are you happy? And be honest. Don't be like, well, I don't want to be mean. I don't want to say that I'm not happy with the people I'm with. I'm not saying we have to be assholes, guys. I'm saying just in the quietness of your own brain. Are you happy? Or could you be happier? That song Happier by Billie Eilish is coming through. Because the 7 of Pentacles is thinking about, should I stay with the way things are, or should I go for more? We should always go for more. It's not about greed, it's about growth. It's about growing. It's about knowing that there's always more. Right? Even if we are happy, we should always be growing. My opinion, of course. Card number 3 is the 8 of Pentacles. I love this spread. Look at this spread. It's so satisfying to me. It's like those videos on TikTok where they squish or they cut that soap. Have you seen those where they cut soap? It sounds like, I don't know, I love it. Anyways, it like scratches your brain. 7, Tower. I'm hearing a song. Da-na-na-na, it all falls down. Da-na-na-na, it all falls down. So did my riff. It's all right. It's all right, guys. Round of applause for me. All right. I'm no R&B artist. That's okay. I sing anyway. 8 of Pentacles is a card of advancing from the 7 of Pentacles to the 8 of Pentacles is what it is. And hey, even if you have a Tower in between, you still end up at the 8. But maybe this Tower is not yours. Maybe this is somebody else's. And once you take them out of the picture, you realize how much their energy influenced what you had going on. It's just a thought. I'm not saying we should shut out everybody. I'm just saying to take stock with the 7 of Pentacles. Let's look at this 8 of Pentacles together. Because look at all you can achieve and accomplish when you have peace. You know, he's kind of just like happy to live his life. He's happy to work. He's happy to advance in what he's doing. And it doesn't have to be career. This could just be you're working on anything, working on yourself. This could be a hobby. He's just enjoying himself is the point. And he gets a lot done too, and he's really good at it. But you've got to be able to have focus to achieve an 8 of Pentacles. And if there are towers going around all the time, how the hell are you supposed to focus on your 8 of Pentacles, whatever that may be? Remember that I made the example before about like, imagine if right now as I'm filming, the whole house was like filled with people. Everybody's banging on the walls, you know, like everything's going crazy in here. How am I even supposed to film this? How am I supposed to get my work done? It's like once you take that out of the mix, or you find a way around it, you film when people aren't home, for example, you get a lot done. There are tricks of the trade that we can figure out how to get around people if we need to. If we have to live with people that we can't get away from, basically, if you're in that sort of a situation, then there is always a way around it. I mean, he could wear headphones, right? For example. Or he could go work somewhere else. He could take his laptop and go work, you know, somewhere. He could park his car at the river. He could go sit at the library. He could go to Starbucks, whatever. Whatever works for him, right? Let me just actually, let's just get a little more on this 8 of Pentacles and then we'll close. I hope this has been helpful to you guys, because sometimes, yeah, open up to the Hermit again. Yep. It's about having wisdom. That's this reading. Of course we take precautions where, you know, we do our banishings. We protect ourselves. We set up our boundaries in the spiritual dimension. We do our cleanses of our home. We sage our house. We put salt around the property. Whatever you do to clear your space out, however you do your clearing, you can look it up on YouTube as well if you need to for more information on that. And of course, I'll always be putting more through, but even if you do all of that, at the end of the day, you can't change people. And we also need, you can't change people. The Death card is a card of change. And why would you want to? We should have our own truths. That's this reading. It's about your own autonomy. You can go wherever you want to go. You can do whatever you want to do. Well, it's going to upset people. It's going to hurt people. They're hurting you. They're upsetting you. They don't give a shit. Or even if they do, it's like they're still doing it though. Because why are you at this reading? You know what I'm saying? 10 of Swords again. All right. 8 of Pentacles, please. Let's get a little I make these readings to help us, you know, not just because I'm like negative. I'm actually, to be honest with you, in my own time, I don't really think about any of this. I focus on what I'm studying, what I'm working on, what I'm trying to learn. You know, I have my own like daily routines that I do. I don't just sit around thinking about towers, but I'm just saying I have a lot of experience, and that's why I read on it, and I want to help people. Just if you're curious. I'm not just like some negative Nancy out here. 8 of Pentacles, please. In fact, I just want everybody to be happy. I'm a Taurus moon. I just want to sit around the bonfire and like eat good snacks and look up at the stars. Like, that's what I want. Play a little guitar for you guys. That's me, right? So I'm doing this to help us. Not just because I'm like, wow, like everything's bad. 8 of Cups coming out. Just solidifying everything we talked about. You know, if you're feeling like you can't get away from, it's more like this. That's the energy of that with the Knight of Swords. If you can't get away and it's like you might even feel like demons are just staring at you through other people. Yep, 2 of Cups. Whoever these people are, right? What did we talk about at the start? Try to get away. 8 of Cups is a card of walking away. But like I said, well, the 8 of Cups is a card of emotional detachment. So if you can't actually physically, like Pentacles, physically leave the premises, you can emotionally leave the premises, if that makes sense. Put on your headphones, detach emotionally, go into another room, go on a walk like we talked about. Go somewhere else. 2 8s, by the way, right? So if you can't work, if you can't focus, if you can't find peace where you're located for whatever reason, go on your own journey, you know, go on a hike, enjoy the evening. Remember how I was talking about looking out over the stars? Anything else? There's always solutions, there's always answers, there's always wisdom to be had. And we're never alone, even if we feel like that. Anything else? We have the Chariot falling right on top of the Tower. 2 major arcanas. See, with this is like minor arcana stuff. This is day-to-day life. This is like practical. Like, hey, I'm going to get into the car. I'm going to drive somewhere else so that I can focus on my project, right? This is more spiritual. This is more saying if you're living in a tower right now, a perpetual tower moment where everything feels like it's always crumbling down, and no matter how hard you try to build something up, it's like something or someone comes in and they smash it all down again and again and again, whatever that means to you. Even if this person comes up with 1,000 excuses as to why it happened and it's your fault and it's not their fault and it's this and it's that, right? At the end of the day, this is how it feels. The Chariot is a great solution because these are 2 big hitter energies. How do you get out of a tower? You drive out with the Chariot. These are 2 water energies as well, very emotion based. Scorpio and Cancer. If Cancer is getting in the car and leaving, we have a problem. Houston, over. We have a problem because if Cancer, the 4th house, all about family, roots, home, sentimentality, I'll put my friends and my family above my own name sort of energy. If they're getting in the car, starting that thing up, vroom vroom, and leaving, it's probably because they can't fix it no matter how hard they try. Right? So I feel like at this point, the reading's kind of just repeating itself. It's basically saying, if you can, get away. And if you can't, find a way, sort of a thing. But the thing is also, like I was saying, you're never alone with the Chariot. we have these two sphinxes here, which are symbolic of our guides, right? So we're being led by these guides. He's actually not even driving. They're the ones who are pulling the cart. And he's just going by faith where they're going to take him next. Because he's leaving behind everything he knows in the past. Getting in his car and just letting the universe show him where to go. So even if we don't know what we're going to do next, like, well, what are we supposed to do now? Well, we gotta lock in with our guides, our deities, whoever we worship, the divine, our higher selves, and go with that, because this is not God's best with the tower. Absolutely not. They want you to live a life of joy. They want you to have peace, and they want you to be able to build, right? You should be able to have a stability in your life where we're not so addicted to this up, down, over, right, left. Like, it shouldn't be a roller coaster to be in a relationship. And a lot of us, when we're in these cycles for so long with so many different people, this actually feels way more normal than this. So we're actually going to have to get used to this with the Eight of Pentacles, a lot of us here, right? But we can learn with the Page of Pentacles. It's worth the risk to start over somewhere else and to have peace than it is to live in chaos for the rest of our lives. Because even if we want to, no one can withstand this. How are you going to survive in a burning building? You're coughing from the smoke. The whole thing's blowing up. People are burning. Their clothes are burning off. It's like, even if you wanted to, you will not survive this. So it's not about, do I want to stay? Do I want to go? It's kind of like, if you're in this situation, you have to evacuate the premises, right? So anyways, I'm going to close on that. I've been through a lot of this sort of stuff, and to be honest with you, I'm pretty messed up because of it. Right? So I'm not making light of it in any way. I'm saying, I've had to learn with the Page of Pentacles how to stabilize my personality, to stabilize my emotions. I've tried to, I've taken about, like I said, I've taken about 7 years, I would say, more than that, but officially it's been like about 7 years since that I've really, really studied like attachment styles, codependent patterns. Like, I've done so much work on myself, like I said, that now when a tower comes, I already got it up in the repertoire, that I know how I'm going to react, what I'm going to do. I have my backup plans. I have my money. I have my, you know what I'm saying? So that no matter what happens in life, you're going to be okay. Right? Even if we're with like the love of our lives, we should still have that sense of self and still know that even if some crazy stuff does happen for whatever reason, that we're going to be okay, that we can rebuild somewhere else. We can do this whole thing again. We can go from the 7 to the 8 again and rebuild our foundation somewhere else with another person at another job, and we'll be okay, right? So I love you guys so much. I really hope that this was a helpful reading. My face is beautifully glossy from the heat of this reading. One more Demon Be Gone spray. Much love to everybody here. It's been Missy Gordon, the Metamystic here. And until next time, you take care, guys. I'll see you on the next one.